Imagine this. You're going about your daily life when suddenly your body starts sending you subtle warnings. But how many of us truly recognize these signals for what they are? Early signs of a heart attack? We tend to power through, attributing that fatigue to a long day, that chest pain to heartburn. But the truth is, heart disease often creeps up on us, and by the time the more apparent Hollywood movie-style symptoms strike, it might be too late. But it doesn't have to be that way. Knowledge is power, and in this video I am arming you with the knowledge to potentially save your life or the life of someone you love. I am uncovering 6 critical signs that could signal a heart attack as early as a month before it happens. These aren't just your everyday aches and pains, they're life-saving alarms that you can't afford to ignore. So stick around until the end, where I'll reveal the most overlooked sign that could make all the difference in saving your life. Have you ever felt completely drained, even after a full night's rest? I'm not talking about the typical tiredness after a long day of work or a tough workout. I'm talking about a deep, bone-crushing fatigue that seems to hang over you like a cloud, no matter how much sleep you get. This type of exhaustion can be an early warning sign that your heart is struggling to keep up. Your heart is an incredible organ, tirelessly pumping blood throughout your body 24/7. It's the engine that keeps you going. But when your heart is weak or struggling due to a blockage, it has to work much harder to do its job. And just like any engine working overtime, it gets tired. This unusual fatigue can creep up a month before a heart attack, particularly in women. It's not just tiredness. It's a profound weariness that no amount of sleep seems to shake off. Think of it this way. Imagine trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of rocks. You'd get tired a lot faster, right? That's similar to what your heart experiences when it's not getting enough blood flow. But when it's persistent, unexplained, and combined with other symptoms that I'm going to discuss, it's crucial to pay attention. This could be your heart's way of signaling that it's under stress and struggling to pump blood efficiently. Let's talk about chest discomfort. It's probably the most well-known symptom of a heart attack, and for good reason. But here's the thing. It's also often misunderstood. We've all seen the movies where someone clutches their chest in agonizing pain before collapsing. And while that can happen, chest discomfort from a heart attack isn't always that dramatic. Sometimes it's just a slight pressure, a tightness, or an aching sensation. It might feel like someone is sitting on your chest, or like you have a tight band squeezing around your rib cage. It can even radiate to your arms, back, jaw, or stomach, making it even more confusing. This discomfort occurs because the heart isn't receiving enough oxygen due to blocked arteries. It's like your heart is suffocating. It's important to differentiate between heart-related chest discomfort and other conditions like heartburn, muscle strain, or even panic attacks. However, even if the pain is mild, don't ignore it. It could be a sign that your heart is crying out for help, so if you experience any unusual chest discomfort, especially if it's new, persistent, or accompanied by other symptoms, don't hesitate to seek medical attention immediately. Now let's talk about something we all need: air. Specifically, the feeling of not getting enough of it. Have you ever found yourself out of breath for no apparent reason? This isn't just about being winded after climbing stairs. I am talking about shortness of breath during routine activities, or even while you're resting. This alarming symptom can manifest weeks before a heart attack. Think about it. Your heart and lungs work together like a well-coordinated team. The heart pumps blood to the lungs, where it picks up oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. But when the heart is weak or struggling to pump efficiently, this process gets disrupted. Here's what happens. When your heart can't pump blood efficiently, fluid can build up in the lungs. It's like trying to breathe with water in your lungs. Now, shortness of breath, like fatigue, can have many causes, from asthma to allergies to being out of shape. But here's the key difference. When it's related to your heart, it often comes on suddenly and without any obvious triggers. If you notice persistent breathlessness, especially when it comes out of the blue, it's time to take action. Your heart might be in trouble. Let's talk now about something we've all experienced at some point: indigestion. That uncomfortable feeling of fullness, bloating, heartburn, or nausea. I know that you find this video informative so far and will continue to find the rest of this video informational and very educational. So go ahead and give me some support. This is simple, easy and free of cost, but significantly very important. It will only take a few seconds of your time, and like I mentioned before, it will cost you nothing, but will help to grow my channel and also enable me to spread more valuable needed information like this. Now, click on that thumbs up button. It's a simple act, but the impact can be massive. Imagine that simple click as a ripple in a pond, extending outwards to touch and influence others to become more conscious about becoming more informed about their health and well-being. It also helps to spread much-needed important information to a wider audience, which can potentially make a change in someone's life. So go ahead, show your appreciation for these types of informative videos. Click that thumbs up button to potentially make a change. Now, to ensure that you don't miss out on any more valuable content, click the subscribe button and the notification bell that is beside it, then select All to gain access to all the other videos on my channel and to stay up to date with any new ones that gets posted. Most importantly, subscribing is absolutely free. My channel isn't just about sharing, it's about building a community of knowledge seekers who understand the importance of staying informed and updated when it comes to a healthy lifestyle. It's usually nothing serious, often triggered by a spicy meal, stress, or one too many cups of coffee. But here's the thing. Frequent indigestion, especially when it doesn't respond to typical remedies, could be a sign that your heart isn't getting enough blood. You might be wondering, what does my stomach have to do with my heart? They seem miles apart. You're right, they are anatomically distant, but they are intricately connected. The same network of blood vessels that supplies your heart also nourishes your digestive system. When the arteries supplying blood to the heart are narrowed or blocked, it can affect other parts of the body, including your digestive system. So if you're experiencing frequent indigestion, especially if it's a new symptom, more intense than usual or accompanied by other symptoms I've discussed, don't just reach for the antacids. Pay attention to this sign. It could be your body's way of telling you that something is wrong. Something we all cherish: sleep. That precious time when our bodies and minds rest, repair and recharge. But for some, sleep isn't a haven of rest. It's a battleground of tossing, turning and waking up feeling more exhausted than before. While occasional sleep disturbances are normal, persistent sleep problems can be a sign of an underlying health issue, including heart trouble. You might be surprised to learn that sleep disturbances can be more than just an annoyance. They could be a warning sign of an impending heart attack. Difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up abruptly during the night might be linked to your heart health. Here's why. Poor sleep quality can put extra strain on your heart. When you're sleep deprived, your body produces more stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which can raise your blood pressure and heart rate. Over time, this constant strain can weaken your heart and increase your risk of heart problems. So, if your sleep patterns are suddenly disrupted, it's worth considering that your heart might be struggling. If you're experiencing persistent sleep disturbances, talk to your doctor. Finally, let's talk about something we don't usually associate with heart health: sweat. Specifically, excessive sweating. Not the kind that happens after a killer workout or on a hot summer day, but cold sweats. Those sudden, clammy sensations that seem to come out of nowhere. This type of sweating, particularly when it happens at rest, can be a critical warning sign that a heart attack might be on the horizon. You might be wondering, how can sweating, something so natural, be a sign of a heart attack? Well, it all comes down to your body's incredible ability to communicate distress signals. When your heart is under stress, it's like a flare gun going off in your body. Your nervous system kicks into high gear, triggering a cascade of responses, including the activation of your sweat glands. Think of it this way. Your body is like a highly sophisticated machine, and when one part isn't working properly, it affects the entire system. When your heart is struggling to pump blood effectively, it disrupts the delicate balance of oxygen and blood flow throughout your body. So, if you find yourself breaking out in a cold sweat without any obvious cause, it's time to take it seriously. This isn't just your body trying to cool down, it's a reaction to the decreased blood flow and oxygen levels caused by a struggling heart. So, there you have it. The 6 significant signs that could warn you of a heart attack up to a month before it happens. Unusual fatigue, chest discomfort, shortness of breath, frequent indigestion, sleep disturbances, and excessive sweating. Each of these symptoms is a potential red flag. Remember, these signs can be subtle and easily dismissed as something else, but recognizing them could mean the difference between life and death. The information provided in this video is intended for educational and informational purposes only. It is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult with a healthcare professional or a registered dietitian before starting any new diet or making significant changes to your eating habits, especially if you have underlying health conditions. Your health is your most significant asset, and it's crucial to make informed decisions under the guidance of professionals. Remember, there isn't a one-size-fits-all solution to health, and what works for one person may not work for another. Therefore, work with your healthcare provider to make the best decisions for your health. Use this information as a starting point. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, take action today for a healthier tomorrow. And in the meantime, keep an eye out for my next upcoming video. But until my next video, click on the playlist that is displayed at the end of this video for more informational and educational videos like this. Stay healthy, stay happy, and keep learning.